Welcome back to Mystery Planet, where we unravel chilling mysteries. Today, we journey into the chilling depths of one of America's most notorious figures in true crime history, Richard Ramirez, famously known as the Night Stalker. Brace yourselves as we unravel the dark and twisted tale of a man whose name became synonymous with fear and terror across California in the 1980s. Join us as we explore the haunting legacy of Ramirez and try to comprehend the unfathomable horrors he inflicted upon his victims. The nightmare unfolds. In the mid-1980s, a reign of terror swept through the streets of California, instilling a sense of dread in communities far and wide. Richard Ramirez, the sinister figure behind this wave of fear, embarked on a rampage of violence and depravity that would leave an indelible mark on the collective consciousness of the nation. With each grisly act, Ramirez struck fear into the hearts of his victims and captivated the attention of the media, earning himself the infamous title of the Night Stalker. His heinous crimes shocked the nation, serving as a chilling reminder of the horrors that lurk in the shadows. Early life and influences. Richard Ramirez's early life was marred by turmoil and tragedy, with the role of his father and cousin casting long shadows over his formative years. Born into a turbulent family environment in El Paso, Texas, Ramirez faced the absence of a stable parental figure, as his father, Julian, was frequently away from home due to work obligations. Julian's violent temper and prolonged absences left young Richard vulnerable to the influence of his older cousin, who returned from the horrors of war with tales of unspeakable atrocities committed during his service. As Richard's cousin regaled him with gruesome stories and proudly displayed photographs of his heinous wartime crimes, the impressionable young boy found himself entangled in a web of violence and depravity. The seeds of darkness were further sown when Richard's father subjected him to a horrifying ordeal, leaving him chained in a cemetery overnight as punishment. These early traumatic experiences, coupled with the toxic influence of his cousin's wartime atrocities, laid the foundation for Richard Ramirez's descent into infamy. Join us as we delve deeper into the harrowing journey of the Night Stalker and the haunting echoes of his troubled past. The Devil's Apprentice. Embracing the teachings of Anton LaVey, Ramirez saw himself as a disciple of darkness, a promoter of evil in a world consumed by chaos. Ramirez saw himself as a darkness follower, believing he was destined for evil deeds. His interest in satanic rituals and beliefs intensified, blurring the lines between reality and nightmare. As Ramirez delved deeper into Satanism, he became more confident in his pursuit of darkness. This belief system fueled his descent into depravity, leading him to commit a series of shocking crimes that would horrify the world. Join us as we explore Ramirez's involvement with Satanism, shedding light on the sinister influences that shaped his terrifying journey. Reign of Terror. From burglary to rape and murder, his rampage through California sent shockwaves across the state. With each heinous act, Ramirez left a trail of death and destruction, instilling fear in communities and defying law enforcement's efforts to apprehend him. Despite their best efforts, authorities struggled to contain the Night Stalker's reign of terror as he continued to evade capture, striking fear into the hearts of innocent victims. Capture and conviction. After a relentless pursuit, law enforcement finally managed to apprehend Richard Ramirez, bringing an end to his reign of terror that had gripped California in fear. His capture marked a turning point in the exhaustive manhunt, providing a glimmer of hope to a community besieged by fear and uncertainty. However, Ramirez's arrest only served to open the door to a trial that would captivate the nation's attention. As the details of his crimes were brought to light, the enormity of Ramirez's atrocities shocked the public and sent shockwaves through the judicial system. Jailhouse romance. After being caught and put in jail, Richard Ramirez surprised everyone by getting married while still behind bars. He married a woman named Doreen Lyoy, who worked for a magazine. She believed that he was innocent despite the terrible crimes he had committed. Their relationship grew while Ramirez was in prison. Lyoy supported him throughout his trial and time in jail. They decided to get married, even though many people couldn't understand why someone would want to marry someone like Ramirez. Their wedding in the prison grabbed people's attention and made them talk about love and loyalty. Even though many people didn't approve of their relationship, Lyoy stayed committed to Ramirez, showing the strength of her feelings and the mysterious bond between them. Death sentence. Ultimately, Ramirez was convicted of his crimes and sentenced to death by gas chamber. The verdict brought a sense of closure to the victims' families and the community at large, providing a measure of justice for the atrocities committed by the Night Stalker. Ramirez's trial and sentencing served as a sad reminder of the consequences of evil deeds and the importance of holding perpetrators accountable for their actions. As we conclude our journey through the chilling tale of Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker, we are left with a sobering reminder of the depths of human depravity and the resilience of the human spirit in the face of unspeakable evil. Join us next time as we explore the complexities of the human condition and the lessons we can glean from history's darkest chapters. Until then, may we strive to cultivate empathy, understanding, and compassion in a world often plagued by darkness. Thank you for joining us on this journey.